Hello and welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule. Israel-Hamas war has entered into its third week and it has taken crude oil prices across the globe for a roller coaster ride. Starting from the 7th of October, which was a weekend when the war actually broke out, on the first Monday, that is exactly 2 days after the war started, we saw Brent crude prices shooting past 4% in the early Asian trade because the commodity was reacting to the geopolitical tension brewing in the Middle East, threatening the global oil supplies. First week into the war, we saw crude oil prices marking their first weekly gain by around 7.5%, which was its strongest weekly performance in past 8 months. By the end of the week, that is on 13th of October, we saw crude oil prices settling nearly 6% higher, which was its strongest intraday performance since April 2023. Similar was the case for the second week. When the week started on 16th of October, we saw that crude oil prices continue to extend its northward rally because Iran threatened a preemptive attack against Israel, which was indicative of a further region-wide escalation of the war. Brent crude prices continued to extend their northward rally even through the midweek, that is 18th of October, when it shot past $92 and almost touched the $95 mark because hundreds were killed in a blast in Gaza hospital. In fact, we saw Jordan cancelling a summit which was to host US President Joe Biden, Egyptian and Palestinian leaders on the sidelines. For the third week, and of course, the week ended with 1.5% of weekly gain, which marked the second consecutive weekly gain for the crude. Into the third week, although we have seen crude oil prices now slowly sliding down with nearly 6.5% of losses, and now crude oil prices, that is Brent, is hovering near $88 mark. Some of the other factors that contributed to the volatility were firm dollar index, record high US Treasury yields, steep drop in US inventories, and of course the SPR refill offers that we saw coming from the US Department of Energy. Now, as going on to the outlook, JP Morgan has given Brent outlook for the end of this quarter by around $85 a mark. Cobus Bank, Brent crude rising up to $90. They have risen their forecast by nearly $5. Citi Research sees some meaningful rebound in commodities, and they have signaled a neutral to bullish stance for ICE Brent until early November 2023. Some of the domestic brokerages, HDFC, Nirmal Bang and Motilal, they see nearly $90 to $100 mark happening in next 2 to 3 weeks as far as Brent crude prices are concerned.